Don't quit your job to learn cloud skills. I've spoken to a lot of cloud beginners that want to quit their jobs to learn cloud. They want to sign up to a bootcamp that requires them to be available for 8 hours a day. This means they can't attend these programs and maintain a full-time job, and they ask me what to do. I usually give the same response. This is a horrible idea. Don't quit your job to learn cloud, and I'll tell you why. But first, let me tell you a story. You're tired of working at your current job. Maybe you want to earn more money, or maybe you want to work remotely. Either way, you decide that a job in the cloud industry sounds like a good idea. So you do some research and stumble upon a bootcamp that looks good. You reach out to their sales team, and they promise you that once you graduate from their 6-month bootcamp, you will easily receive multiple 6-figure job offers as a solution architect with the opportunity of working remotely. All of this will be really easy. All you need to do is commit to showing up to 8-hour live classes every day for 6 months. Oh, by the way, this program also costs $15,000. You think this sounds a bit expensive, but then they assure you that spending $15,000 is really not that bad because, again, in 6 months, you'll be earning $200,000 a year guaranteed as a cloud solution architect, so it doesn't really matter. If you can spend $15,000 to make $200,000, this seems like the deal of a century. You tell them that you're interested in signing up, but unfortunately, you don't have $15,000 just laying around. They assure you that this isn't a problem. Just put it on a credit card or take out a loan. You'll be able to pay back the money in no time once you get that 6-figure job anyway, so don't worry about it. So you take the plunge, quit your job, and sign up. You start showing up to this program week after week, month after month. You're living off your savings because you aren't working anymore because you quit your job to join the program. But you're not really worried because in 6 months' time, you'll be a solutions architect earning 6 figures. Your savings keep going down week after week, month after month. You realize that you're learning a lot of cloud theory and maybe working towards some certifications. You still feel good about your progress, but you're starting to get a bit nervous about your financial situation because you're now $15,000 in debt, but don't worry about it. Keep your eye on the prize. That 6-figure job as a solution architect is only a couple of months away. 5 months into the program, you stumble on a Cloud Career Mentor video where I tell you that to get your first cloud job, you need to build high-quality projects in technologies like Linux, Terraform, CI/CD, Python, and more. And then you look back at all the learning you've done in the bootcamp and realize that you haven't done any projects. There's been no real deep dive into CI/CD, and Python hasn't even been mentioned. You realize that all you've been learning is a bunch of cloud theory, and you haven't gotten your hands dirty with any real projects. You haven't built anything. You start to get nervous, but you keep going, because guess what? You don't want to be a cloud engineer anyways. You want to be a solution architect, which means you don't need to know how to build anything. All you need to know is the cloud theory and be able to draw some pretty diagrams and make design decisions. But then you watch another Cloud Career Mentor video where I tell you that as a cloud beginner, it's almost impossible to get a job as a solution architect. This is because the decisions you make as a solution architect can either make a company millions of dollars or lose a company millions of dollars. And because the stakes are so high, employers generally don't give this job to beginners who've only completed a bootcamp. Instead, these solution architect jobs are usually given to people who already have years of experience in the cloud industry as cloud engineers or DevOps engineers. These are the people who understand the nuances of cloud architecture and can spot the opportunities and dangers of certain architectural decisions. You begin to panic a bit and hope I'm wrong. You graduate from your bootcamp. Sure, maybe you have 1 or 2 cloud certifications, but you haven't done any Terraform projects. You can't use the Linux command line, and you have no concept of the Python programming language. You can't even spin up a simple web server on AWS, but you start sending out applications week after week, month after month, and then the rejections start flowing in, your savings dwindle, your debts pile up, and eventually you realize that you haven't actually learned the skills that cloud employers are looking for, and that you're never going to get that job in the cloud industry. So you go cap in hand back to your former employer, begging for your old job back. If you're lucky, they might even give it to you. Now you're back where you started, but $15,000 in debt and no savings. That's real dark. I've spoken to so many beginners who've unfortunately had this experience, and this is why I created Cloud Career Mentor. I can help you by showing you what you need to do to be successful in the cloud industry. Now, I think getting a job in the cloud industry is quite simple and doesn't require you to quit your job. Even if you have zero technical experience, there's a more sustainable path you can follow that doesn't waste 6 months of your life and leave you thousands of dollars in debt. But before I go into that, I want to share with you a free guide I created called the 3 Simple Steps to Your First Cloud Job. If you want to break into the cloud industry as quickly as possible, then this free guide will provide you with a tried and tested roadmap that you can follow. Make sure you download the free guide now. Link is in the description below. Let's get back into it. The first thing you need to understand is that getting a cloud job is a marathon and not a sprint. This means that learning cloud skills and getting a job will probably take longer than you think. This is why you should always approach your learning methods in a way that's as sustainable as possible. When you do something like quit your job and go all in on a bootcamp, you're taking on a lot of unnecessary risk. And the reality is that this risk is unlikely to pay off, which will leave you broke, burnt out, and broken. Here's what I recommend you do instead. Commit to learning cloud skill for just 1 hour a day, every day. For example, I usually prefer to study in the morning before I get ready for work, because this is when my brain is the freshest and can take on new concepts. I find that usually after work, I feel tired and my brain finds it harder to focus and take in any new information. But honestly, just choose a time that works for you and commit to it every day. Trust me, just by doing this, you'll be amazed by the progress you can make. There's this famous quote that goes, "Most people overestimate what they can do in 1 month, but underestimate what they can achieve in 1 year." So trust me, commit to an hour of learning a day, every day, and in 6 months you would have achieved a lot. And the good news is, you can still keep your job and keep earning money while you do this. By the way, drop a like or leave a comment if you've been getting any value from this so far. It helps me to know that I should continue to create more content like this. Another benefit of learning whilst working is that when you do get that cloud job, guess what? The learning doesn't stop there. You need to continue to improve your skills and knowledge even while employed. And if you have developed this habit of self-learning, then it becomes easy to accelerate your career and get promoted quicker and easier. Now, some of you might be ready to begin your self-learning journey, but you need to find a program that will walk you through all of these technologies and provide you with high-quality projects. By learning all of these technologies and projects, that will make you a lot more attractive to cloud employers. If you're ready to put in the work, you should check out my Cloud Career Acceleration program at cloudcareermentor.com. The reason I created this program is because I'm a senior solutions architect and I have deep insight into the industry. I know what employers are looking for when recruiting, and I can help you build up the skills to stand out in a competitive job market. It's a complete self-study program that not only helps you build the skills employers are looking for, but also shows you how to write about those projects in a way that gets recruiters to pay attention. You also learn how to interview and ways to impress hiring managers and convince them that you're the right person for the job. Even if you have absolutely no technical experience, this program is right for you because it's designed to take you from being a complete beginner to becoming a candidate that receives multiple job offers. And all of this can be achieved on your own schedule alongside your full-time job. If you're interested, then just go to cloudcareermentor.com to sign up now. Now, as I mentioned before, I have a lot of experience in the cloud industry. And if you're curious about what I would do if I was to begin my career all over again today, knowing what I know now, this video right here will walk you through my step-by-step plan. Make sure you check it out right now. See you in the next one.